Welcome to this video presentation of the Mission Support Division. After this presentation, you should be able to recall the United Nations Mission Support Division and how the civilian and military personnel cooperate to provide logistic support to the mission. Distinguish between the role of Director Mission Support and the Force Commander. Summarize the Mission Support Center and what kind of support they deliver. Explain where to find the different logistic players in a United Nations mission. This is a generic organization table depicting the field mission structure with details only for the organization of Director Mission Support. Important to know that the Director Mission Support is the only authority within the mission permitted to commit funds. The Director Mission Support is the Chief of Mission Support Division. All logistic enabling resources in a mission, including all troop or police contributors enabling units, regardless of their origin, are considered common to the mission as a whole and tasked by the Director Mission Support. An enabling unit is, by United Nations definition, a logistic unit that provides support for the whole mission and not only for a small part of the mission or only for our own national forces. The Director Mission Support will task these resources according to the priorities of the mission. The enabling resources will be used for the benefit of the whole mission, whether it is called for supporting the police unit, military units, state building, security, or humanitarian effort. Director Mission Support has three main pillars under his command. All the pillar chiefs can deputize for Director of Mission Support. The intent of the operation and resources management is to bring together strategic and cross-country mission support functions with a view to ensuring performance monitoring, planning, and coordination related to operational and resourcing activities. The service delivery management is responsible for the provision of key logistic support services to all mission components. The supply chain management is responsible for planning and executing, monitoring and control, guidance and coordination of all supply chain areas that are integrated on the basis to end processes. As mentioned earlier, there are both civilian and military officers in many of the units or sections within the Mission Support Division. The point of contact for the troop police contributor in all logistic matters is the Mission Support Center. Mission Support Center either has the resources in their own structure or a link to the resources. The Force Commander do not have any military mission logistic resources under his command. All logistic mission resources or enabling units are under the Director Mission Support. The Force Commander has operational control of all military personnel. Director Mission Support has tasking authority for all enabling units, while the Force Commander is responsible for the security for military enabling units. The link between Director Mission Support, included the Mission Support Center, and the Force Commander, included the U1 to 9 staff, is vital. With good cooperation, everything is possible. There are two different roles of staff in a mission. The civilian role is about the structural aspects of the administration of all mission activities, supporting the force, including funding and budgets. The military role is a physical role of supporting administration of the mission and maintaining the planning and day-to-day operations. In all the mission's offices, It is both civilian and military staff. Normally, the office is run by a civilian with a military as deputy, who is used as an advisor concerning the military component matters. Both civilian and military staff are United Nations staff and do not represent their country. The civilian staff often has a governmental or academic or a non-governmental organizations or a military background. They have more regulated working hours than military staff, and they have much longer contracts than the military staff. While military personnel rotates every year, civilian personnel are normally in the mission for many years. Of the 95,000 personnel that served in a UN mission in August 2020, around 5,000 was international civilian personnel and around 9,000 was local civilian staff or UN volunteers. Director Mission Support is responsible for operational support and services that are logistic and administrative of nature. The United Nations Logistic Support concept differs between the logistic services that are a United Nations responsibility and the self-sustainment categories that are a troop or police contributor responsibility. It's important to understand the differences between the logistic services and the self-sustainment categories. They all fulfill different purposes and separate clearly the responsibility between the United Nations mission and the troop or police contributor. The Mission Support Center is the mission integration and control mechanism responsible for ensuring the coordinated implementation of mission priority tasks, including the necessary resources. The Mission Support Center is a joint civilian uniformed unit within the Operations and Resources Management pillar under the Director Mission Support. The Mission Support Center provides an interface of integrated and logistical support to the mission and manages the tasking and coordination of all requests for logistics and support. Close coordination with the key mission contractors and uniformed components is essential to ensure unity of efforts and adapting to changing environments and logistics needs. The Mission Support Center at the field office level will also provide a coordination role based on the priorities set by the Mission Support Center as approved by the Director of Mission Support. The Transportation Section is responsible for the overall management and administration of the United Nations owned vehicle fleet, including heavy engineer equipment and material handling equipment, in addition to their maintenance and repair, safety operations, and assignment of the mission's vehicles and equipment fleet. Issuing United Nations driving permits, vehicle insurance coverage, and vehicle registrations. The Aviation section is responsible for conducting uninterrupted aviation services that is safe, effective, efficient, and reliable in support of the mission's mandate through the day-to-day management of the mission's air assets. The Medical Service section is responsible for overall medical support operations within the mission and encompass United Nations owned, troop contributed, and commercially contracted medical facilities to ensure optimal and cost-effective use of all medical assets to serve both civilian and uniformed personnel, and also maintain a single set of standards for the mission's medical facilities. The Engineering and Facility Maintenance section is responsible for planning, construction, and commissioning of the mission's facilities, infrastructure and roads. The facility maintenance, both in operations and the maintenance of the facilities and infrastructure. The life support section is responsible for the provision of services and management of contracts for food rations, catering, all types of fuel and other petrol, oil and lubricants products, and general supply services and goods. The movement control section is responsible for the provision of efficient multimodal transportation operations, for delivery and distribution of goods, administration and control of all movement activities in the mission. The section's main task is planning and conduction of movement of troops and contingent-owned equipment inside the mission. The contingent-owned equipment section is responsible for planning, coordinating, and conduct periodically or ad hoc verification and control of troop police contingents, own equipment, and self-sustainment logistics. The verification reports are one of the documents that is used in the United Nations reimbursement to the troop police contributors. The field technology section is responsible for delivery quality, robust and reliable information and communication technology services in the mission. Provide and maintain the infrastructure and service management framework on which these services are delivered. This slide is intended to show possible enabling units or tasks that may be solved with military assets from a troop contributor. An enabling unit is, by the United Nations definition, a logistic unit that provides logistic support for the whole mission and not only for a small part of the mission or for its own national forces. The United Nations also use the terms force assets or force level units. This is enabling units only within communications, medical or explosive ordnance disposal. A force asset or force level unit are explained in the CW manual and may be entitled to reimbursement for its major equipment and self-sustainment categories beyond what is normal for a tactical unit. All troop or police contributors units in a United Nations mission will have to cooperate with the field missions logistics sections to be able to logistically support its own personnel and equipment. This slide shows in general where you may find the vital logistic personnel. In the Force Commander's organization, all logistic personnel will be military. This includes military enabling units, where Director Mission Support execute tasking authority. In the Director Mission Support structure, the logistic personnel will be a mix of civilian and military. Still, don't forget that the point of contact for the troop or police contributors in all logistic matters is the Mission Support Center. In some missions, the Force Commander's Logistic Staff U4 section recommends that all logistic requests are sent to the Mission Support Center through their U4 section at the Force Commander. We have in this presentation introduced you to the Mission Support Division. Key takeaway: the point of contact for the troop police contributor in all logistic matters is the Mission Support Center. The Mission Support Center either has the resources in their own structure or a link to the resources. Thank you for following this presentation.